Academic corruption in University of Swaziland. Here I present my evaluation of the administrative and academic mistakes in University of Swaziland. As I left the University of Swaziland forever in 2014, my duty at the end is to highlight a lot of the administrative and academic mistakes I saw in the university. I hope the faculty and the university study and investigate well these points for their benefits in future. Administrative mistakes. 1. Clearly the university employs the foreigner under the lowest possible position and lowest salary scales, and it requests from him the maximum amount of work and security for the university. Oh, he has no right to get a medical attention and must be healthy forever while Swaziland has no health services. Oh, he has no right for unpaid leave to sort out certain problems in his home country. His contract can be terminated immediately if he is not able to return in time to the work whatever emergency he had. Oh, he has no right for promotion and must accept to be in lowest position and lowest salary scale forever. Oh, he has no right for the end of contract benefits unless he served 3/4 of the contract period with a notice period. Oh, he has no right for any training or post-doctoral study. Oh, he has no right to be sent through Falala scheme to South Africa for treatment. Oh, the staff member must agree to teach any amount of overload without payment, otherwise he can be fired. Oh, he must accept any decision from the university, including the decision of terminating his contract anytime without any right for appeal or explanation. 2. There is clearly a discrimination in handling the leave issues in the university. Here an example: when I asked about the procedure to go South Africa when I have appointment with a doctor, the head of department was telling me that I must apply for vacation leave and then I replace it to sick leave when I come back. I surprised. How I apply for vacation leave when I go to hospital while I am entitled for sick leave? Besides, I see the head of department allows some staff members to go South Africa and stay long time there for non-medical purposes. When I asked the HOD the reason for such discrimination, he was answering me that he consider any staff in special contract as part-timer and they have the right to travel anytime they want. I think when you try to mislead the staff members with such explanation to discriminate between them just to take their right in sick leave can have big risk in the health of the staff members. Why the staff member must get afraid that he will be fired when he goes to hospital? Why the staff member gets fired when he experienced difficulty to come back in time because of a war in his country or closure of the crossing borders as happened with me. 3. The university equates between the lecturer that got recently MSc degree with lecturer that completed the PhD degree from many years and has bulk number of publications and published papers, and that why the university lost a lot of qualified lecturers as they lost the hope to have better position. 4. The university took the decision not to renew my contract while they refused before my requests for a leave for medical attention home because of their need for my specialization. That's beside the fact that the university suffers from the lack of lecturers in the electrical engineering department, which forces them to employ retired staff members in special contracts basis. The university clearly is not honest in processing the renewal of contracts applications, and they run away from processing any appeal in that side, and they will certainly lose the most qualified lecturers in the university because of that. Anyway, I am happy that the university managed to find alternative lecturer now. I got to know that I was working in a university that raised the flag, the less you work the better future for you in the university, and consequently I raise the flag, never scarify for Unisway as they will through you any time. 5. It is the first time happens in any university in the world that all students specializes in the power area instead of communication or electronics areas. When I asked the students why that is, it is impossible SEC can employ all of them and my tests and exams are so lengthy, they answered that their main reason was me, besides they expect better jobs opportunity in this field. Maybe that why I must be out of the university for the benefit of others. But anyway, I managed to control the course descriptions of the courses I taught and order maximum amount of textbooks in the library to minimize the amount of your destructions. Hope you can see the difference between who builds and who destroys. 6. I was the only lecturer that returns to the students a copy of their test scripts instead of the original, and when the students asked me the reason, I answered that this is for their security. I was feeling that a lot of people chasing me and I did not want to give them any opportunity to raise any suspect on my evaluation to the students. Clearly the university failed to fire me because of my work or under medical background, and their remaining opportunity was not to renew my contract for confidential reason. 7. The university clearly is not honest in their evaluation to promotion applications, and that why they run away from processing any appeal in that side, and because of that they lost the most qualified lecturers in the university. 8. The King office told me that the staff member has the opportunity to appeal from any decision from university to university, but the university always refused to process any appeal for me. Why the university takes our right in the appeal to the university council to force passing any decision for them. Why all decisions from the university come without any explanation. 9. I was always feeling that the main duty of ALAP is to protect the university instead of the staff member, and that why I did not join ALAP. They try to find explanation for any non-legal act taken by university. Clear example that the former president of ALAP is now a Senate member. Academic mistakes. 1. Professor Igao, although was intelligent and helpful in many occasions, but he had very strange behavior in many events. He had the trend to utilize the staff member then insult him, and here some examples. He refused to give me the official staff card when the King opened the department, while he gave it for other staff members as he wanted to hide me. He was overloading us up to 17 HR and was telling us he can't assist in paying us the overload for 3 semesters. I wrote many letters requesting the payment of my overload, and I showed the administration a faculty document that indicates our normal overload is 12 HR and the standard range is 15 HR, but there was no response. Then I found that payment of the overload was under the HOD control, and he was trying to prove to the administration that I am not overloaded by taking the project hours from my loads, which can't apply in any university. Enlabasti and Professor Igao ignored the course descriptions I submitted for the courses I taught, and they reduced the no of lab hours of my courses to 1 HR instead of 1.5 HR. I fought a lot to change the course descriptions and the lab hours under of the reluctance in the department. I to make choices could not return the lab hours for power electronics to 1.5 HR. In the last department meeting, Professor Igao intended to insult me in many ways. The question why he was doing that? All the head of departments never showed us moderators' reports, and that also very strange. We have the right to see the opinions of the moderators regarding our exams. 2. For the university and the head of department, they care only to find teacher teaching the subject and has MSc degree, but they don't care what the teacher actually covers in the course and how he is qualified in the subject. 3. There is no clear regulation about the maximum amount of overload for the staff member, which gives the university freedom to overload the staff member without limit, and any staff member refuses, he will be subject to contract termination, as happened with me. 4. The faculty tried to approve the major programs for the science programs in credit system. I refused during the faculty meeting, as it is impossible to give students 2 BSc degree in science in 4 years, since that will indicate that their certificate is not certified and can't be approved anywhere, but they ignored my opinion. I am happy to leave before such disaster happens. 5. The university wants to decrease the BSc in electrical engineering program to 3.5 YRS, and I refused that, and I am happy to leave before such disaster happens. 6. The university last year sent the final year's students to SEC to do projects for them. I refused to supervise any student from them because I felt that will have negative consequences on our department projects. The student must do project because he wants knowledge from it, not because he wants money out of it, but nobody considered my objection, and the department wants to continue on that direction forever. 7. Most of the lecturers make choices in their exams. Their main objective not to help the students, but to show to the external examiner and moderator that they covered materials that they did not cover actually. I never made choices in my exams because I wanted to force students to study all the subject. I warned a lot from allowing the lecturers to make choices, as it will hide the details of what they covered, but nobody cared. 8. I saw a lot of funny things in our faculty CA marks. For some lecturers, the CA is very high for all students while the exam marks becomes very low. When I was asking the reason, the department run away from discussing that. The main reason of course that there is no moderation in the tests and the lecturers are allowed even to conduct take-home tests or one test. So I requested to put the average of CA marks and exam marks together in the department meeting, and the lecturer must be questioned if there is big mismatch in their average.